Have you ever noticed something strange about peace? Sometimes when life finally becomes calm, when the noise fades, when the chaos stops, instead of relief, you feel uneasy, restless, almost like something isn't right. You finally have the quiet you once prayed for, and yet a small voice inside you whispers, "Why does this feel so strange?" If you've ever felt that, there's nothing wrong with you. In fact, there's a powerful psychological reason why peace can feel unfamiliar after chaos. And once you understand it, you may finally understand something about yourself that never quite made sense before. The hidden habit of chaos. Human beings are incredibly adaptable. Whatever environment we spend enough time in, our mind begins to treat it as normal. If someone grows up around calm, steady rhythms of life, their nervous system learns that peace is safe. But if someone spends years surrounded by tension, unpredictability, pressure, or emotional storms, the brain learns something very different. It learns that chaos is normal, not because chaos is healthy, but because it's familiar. The human mind is constantly scanning the world for patterns, and once it finds one, it builds its expectations around it. So if chaos has been the background music of your life for long enough, silence can feel unfamiliar. When the storm ends, imagine standing in a storm for years, wind pulling at your clothes, rain constantly hitting your face, thunder rumbling somewhere in the distance. You learn how to move in that storm. You learn how to brace yourself. You learn how to keep walking even when everything around you is unpredictable. But then one day, the storm stops. The clouds clear. The wind disappears. And suddenly, there is silence. It feels strange, almost suspicious, because the nervous system has spent years preparing for impact. And now it doesn't know where to place that energy. The nervous system remembers. Your nervous system is like a silent historian. It remembers every environment you've lived through, every tension, every uncertainty, every moment where you had to stay alert just in case something happened. Over time, the brain builds a kind of internal setting, a baseline. If that baseline has been high stress, your body becomes accustomed to adrenaline and constant vigilance. It's not a conscious choice. It's survival conditioning. So when life finally slows down, your nervous system doesn't immediately recognize that it's safe to relax. Instead, it might ask, where is the next problem? Why is everything so quiet? Did I miss something? This is why some people feel strangely uncomfortable when life becomes calm. The brain has simply learned a different rhythm. The addiction to urgency. There is another layer to this. Chaos often comes with intensity, urgency, adrenaline. The feeling that something important is always happening. And human beings can become unintentionally attached to that intensity. When life becomes peaceful, there are fewer dramatic highs and lows. No constant emergencies, no constant urgency, just quiet moments, slow mornings, ordinary days, and sometimes people mistake that calmness for emptiness, when in reality it's simply peace, when the mind creates noise. One of the most fascinating things about the human mind is how it tries to return to what feels familiar. If someone has spent years surrounded by chaos, their mind may unconsciously recreate similar environments. Not because they want chaos, but because their nervous system understands it. This can appear in subtle ways. Overthinking, searching for problems that aren't really there. Feeling restless when everything is calm. Or even creating unnecessary stress just to feel something familiar again. It's not weakness, it's conditioning, the moment of realization. At some point, many people reach a quiet moment of awareness. They realize something surprising. Peace doesn't feel uncomfortable because it's wrong. Peace feels uncomfortable because it's new. Their nervous system has simply never lived here before. Imagine moving to a new country where everything is different. The language, the customs, the rhythm of life. At first it feels strange. But over time, what was once unfamiliar slowly becomes normal. Peace works the same way. Learning the language of calm. Peace is something the nervous system learns, just like chaos once was. It takes time for the body to realize that the storm is truly over. Time for the mind to stop scanning the horizon for danger. Time for the muscles to unclench. Time for the breath to deepen. And slowly, the quiet that once felt strange begins to feel like home. The beauty of a slower life. There is a certain beauty in the quieter moments of life that chaos often hides. The way sunlight filters through trees, the rhythm of waves moving toward the shore. A quiet morning before the world wakes up. the sound of wind moving softly through leaves. These moments don't demand attention, they simply exist. But when a person learns to slow down enough to notice them, life begins to feel very different. Less like a race, and more like something meant to be experienced. Rebuilding safety. If peace feels unfamiliar to you, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your mind learned to survive in difficult environments. That is strength. But survival is not the same as living. Living happens when the nervous system finally believes it's safe enough to rest, safe enough to breathe, safe enough to enjoy the quiet moments without waiting for the next storm. That shift takes patience, but it is possible. A gentle reminder. If you're someone who has spent years in chaos and peace still feels unfamiliar, be patient with yourself. Your mind is learning a new language, the language of calm. And like any language, it takes time to become fluent. But once you do, you may discover something beautiful. Peace was never empty. It was simply space. Space to breathe, space to think, space to become who you truly are. So if life has become quieter recently, and part of you feels restless, remember this. The storm trained you to survive, but the quiet is where you learn to live. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to pause today, step outside, breathe slowly, and notice the quiet moments around you. Sometimes the calm we once searched for is already here, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever experienced that strange feeling where peace felt unfamiliar at first? Let me know in the comments. And if this video helped you understand something about yourself, consider subscribing so we can keep exploring the human experience together. As always, this has been Valkyrie. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, be kind to yourself and others. Lanterns up, people.